Hey guys, what's going on? Coach Tim here with another video, guys, and I got a really good one for you, and hopefully it can help add a lot of value to your youth football program. So we're going to talk about why do you keep losing each season? That's right. Why do you keep losing football games? Why it's like you're only winning 1, 2, or 0 games per year, right? And you're doing everything you know to do, but for some reason you can't put it together. So I came up, guys, with the top 5 things that I've seen over my 13 years of being a part of youth football that really coaches really bum at, okay? And this is the reason why they're not successful. And this can span really honestly from youth football to baseball, basketball, softball, you name it. So let's get to it. So the first thing is, guys, poor recruitment. Poor recruitment, guys, is a problem, okay, guys? And I don't mean to come off as an asshole in this video, but I really want to crush some of you guys' beliefs as youth football coaches. So first and foremost, guys, I used to be that old school coach where I felt like you only need to recruit kids in the community that your team is representing. And I did that for years. And I got my tail beat really bad for a number of years because I was very stubborn on my beliefs of recruiting just in the neighborhood. And then I began to realize that a lot of the coaches in my league, they were recruiting the best talent in the city opposed to just in my little neighborhood. And so I mean, I remember playing a team that had the best running back in the league, and I found out the kid actually lived in the neighborhood where my team represented. Actually, the kid stayed around the corner from our park where we practice. And that let me know then that, okay, I can't continue to coach the way that I've been coaching. I'm going to have to change my philosophy and start reaching the best talent in my city, okay? And so you have to change your mindset, guys. You can't just recruit in your small town anymore. You have to recruit in other places. Now, if you're in a rural neighborhood, I get it. You got to do what you got to do. Or if your league has like internal recruiting, you have to do what you got to do. But if you got the power to recruit anywhere you want to recruit all over the city, guys, okay? All right, number 2. Bad player development. Guys, this is a big one for me. You know, a lot of guys want to be head coaches because of a few things. 1 or 2 things, really, in my mind. Number 1, they want to be able to have the control to be able to run a team and, you know, have the pride of being successful, things of that nature. Number 2, and this is the second thing I've seen, they were an assistant coach under another team and they didn't fully agree with what the head coach was doing, so they decided to start their own team. Then when they became a head coach, they realized that it's not as easy as they thought it was. And so what a lot of these coaches do is they end up creating plays and they think the play is going to work just because you know, teaching the kids different plays and stuff and you think you're going to be successful. No, you got to have a good practice regimen. You got to have a training program. Like, I hate even saying the word practice now. I like to call it training because I want to train my kids to get to a certain point, to be conditioned, to be competitive in a certain way. I don't even just do practice anymore. Everything that I do is extremely intentional in my program. Some coaches don't even have a clue how to even structure a practice to be successful. They just want to call plays. And like I always say, if you want to just call plays, just be an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. Don't be a head coach, okay? Because it affects the other thing that I'm about to talk about, which is the leadership and team culture, okay? Guys, listen. Leadership and team culture lives and dies on the head coach, okay? If you suck as a head coach, as a leader, you know, you regularly cussing your kids out, you know, snatching them, grabbing them, got them, you know, afraid of you. You know, I think that's bad coaching, guys. And listen, I come from the old school where coaches would cuss you out, grab your face mask, all of that stuff. And maybe in certain instances that works. But in my experience of coaching this generation of kids, you want to be able to be a great leader, developing these kids, having them have faith in you, have them trust you. You be a role model for these kids, and you want to develop a great team culture, guys. You want to be able to do events, do things together as a team. Give them pizza, buy spirit packs for them. All of these things work together to make a very strong team culture. And what I've learned is that the bad teams don't have good team culture at all. Or let's say a team is really talented and they make it to the championship or win the championship, they never win the championship again because they won solely off of talent and not off of a strong team culture. I much rather have a great team culture and youth program than just to have a one and done talented team. All right, number 4, play calling. Guys, this kind of piggybacks on player development for me, guys. Some of you guys are like really bad play callers, okay? You don't know how to properly play call when it comes down to running your team at practice and in the game. And the experienced coaches know it. So let me give you an example of this. So some teams will run their trick plays in the first quarter or at the very beginning parts of the game to try to score fast. And when you do that, you're setting yourself up for failure later on in the game, because if a good coach read it, they know that you're running your trick plays. If you're running, reverses and, you're running, some of your best pass plays at the beginning of the game, trying to put points on the board, a good coach would be looking out for that later on during the game. And then sometimes coaches are just doing like random selection with plays. We're going to run a sweep. Then we're going to run another sweep. Then we're going to run a reverse. Then we're going to run a dive. Let's do another dive. And so really the coach don't have an idea or a strategy of how they're going to play call. They don't know how to break down a defense. They don't know how to exploit or shut down an offense. They just want to call plays that they learned from probably me or some other coach online. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that you can make as a youth coach, is just because a play is cool or a play has been shown to be effective, you still got to know how to call that play in a certain cadence with a certain strategy so you can be successful. All right, so guys, the last one is a biggie for me personally. This one hit me a certain way. No parent or community support. Unfortunately, you see a lot of kids in youth football or youth sports period where their mom is not around, their dad is not around to support them or show up at games. And that has a huge effect on really team culture if you don't catch it early and really create a strong team culture. I find this really to be true, like in poverty-stricken neighborhoods that I've coached in, where you got a great team, you got a bunch of talented kids, but you have no parents in the stands, you have no fan support. Some of these kids, their teacher will come and watch their game, but the parents won't, and it's unfortunate, it's sad. But that's when having a good team structure, having good coaches, a good team mom, good supporting cast, really kind of helps that. It don't fix the problem, but it does kind of patch up the issue. But if you're a coach in that situation, you really have to rally the community around the kids opposed to the parents when the parents are just not involved and not there. Last year in our championship game, our side was packed with parent support, fan support. That's the way I cultivated my program. But the team we played against, I could probably count on one hand how many people was there to support those kids. And it broke my heart for that team, because that was a really good team that we played against, but they didn't have any support, and it was unfortunate. But a great team, got a lot of respect for the coach. And like I said, it was just an unfortunate situation. So guys, this is it, guys, with this video, guys. Again, I want you to truly like self-assess yourself and say, what am I lacking in? Don't be stubborn. Don't be bullheaded. You know, find out where you're suffering and what you do a piss poor job in, and try to correct it or figure it out. Feel free to message me. Feel free to engage other coaches and ask questions, because guys, we're in this together. We don't get paid for this. We do this to make sure these kids are set up to be successful in life and be successful in the next level of their career, whether they decide to play in middle school or high school or beyond, guys. So that's what it's all about. And guys, again, if you like this video, do me a favor, like this video, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also, go ahead and download my free Beast Formation Playbook. It's absolutely free to you guys. Just go down in the description below to know how to get my free Beast Formation Playbook, guys, that won us the championship. Undefeated season, 9-0, baby. 40-point plus winning margin in terms of points per game. So, guys, listen, again, don't be stubborn. Get the help. Learn from your mistakes and win yourself a championship and make them kids happy. All right, this is Coach Tim. Peace.